Let's make some quilt markers for your rows and your quilt blocks. They are removable. You can use them over and over again, and they really help keep the parts of your quilts labeled and put together so you know exactly what step you're on, and when you are ready to sew them together, it takes out all of the brain work. They're really quite neat, fun, and super simple to make. This is what they look like. They're super simple to make. They are really just embroidery cards that you put a safety pin on and use your washi tape and mark on them numbers. So they don't take long to make at all. And they're just super helpful when you are sewing your quilts together. So the first time I saw this was at a quilt group. My local quilt group met and somebody was putting their quilt together, and they were using these as markers for their rows. And while I was teaching on the cruise, I brought a bunch of these so everybody could take home too, because we had 2 blocks that we were working on for our quilt that I was teaching. So the first thing you're going to need is embroidery cards. Now I bought a bunch of these. I've got the links for all of these products in the description. These are the plastic ones. They hold up a little bit better than the cardboard cards, but they would work if that's what you have on hand. So I got a bunch of the plastic ones. They have a hole at the top. They do have the slits at the bottom for thread, but we are just going to use washi tape. And then I brought my collection of washi tape. So you really just need cute tape that, you know, you can Sharpie marker on these or whatever. They don't have to be anything special or beautiful or whatever. So I've just got this little set of 3. So all you're going to do is take your card and your washi tape, and you are going to wrap the washi tape around your card. You just really need to only wrap this once. You don't have to go around it, around and around. You just once is enough. It's just to make it cute. Allows you to just distinguish that this one is yours. Gives it a little bit of personality. If you don't have washi tape, it's not a big deal. You can still just marker the letters or the numbers on here. Washi tape is reusable, so you can unstick it from your card if you want. Put a new tape on, but it's just super simple. It tears, when you twist it, it tears off. And then all you're going to do is add a safety pin to this. So when you're making a quilt, or and you've got blocks, or if you're making a quilt that has rows, all the quilts have rows when you start putting them together, this is how you're going to start marking them. So I'm just going to put a number 1 on here, and then my next one, I'm going to put a number 2 on here. Now, if you ever change the numbering system, or you need to, you know, it wears out or whatever, you just simply rip off your tape, put new tape on, and mark a new number on. This is how we use them on the cruise. We had a quilt that I taught, and it had 2 different blocks. So when they had completed one block, they were able to label this with their little embroidery card. And when they had completed the second block or had it laid out on a piece of flannel, they were able to label it. That way, when they go home and they're unpacking this big suitcase with all of their supplies and everything else inside, they knew what block was the first block and what block was the second block. This works as well when you're putting together a quilt and you sew your rows together and they're just hanging on your design wall. You can go ahead and pin one of these on, marking what row they are. So if you don't have a design wall and they're on your dining room table or your living room floor, wherever you have this laid out, no matter where you move it to, each row is marked. So they're super handy, super easy to make. You just need a pile of safety pins, a collection of plastic embroidery floss cards, and a cute little collection of washi tape with a simple Sharpie marker to mark your cards 1, 2, 3, or use as many as you need.